What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar BYT, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome, guys, to another Barcelona news roundup, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to all you guys watching. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, guys. And this is the place, guys, you're gonna get your daily news roundups, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be getting into it, guys. Tonight we're gonna talk about basically the aftermath of the Atletico Madrid versus Barça game, in which Barcelona booked their place in the finals of the Copa del Rey, where they will be facing Real Madrid. We're going to talk about some of the reactions from the players, from the manager, and everything else. And we're also going to talk about, to lie basically deep in the mood, we're going to talk about the basically the thing with Dani Olmo and Paul Victor, and basically the VIP seats, and the salary cut that La Liga have just put on us about yesterday. And we're also going to talk about Laporta's response to basically these claims and everything else in this news roundup, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's go. And on Wednesday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona Football Club went to Atletico de Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitano, where we had a 4-4 draw coming into the game, basically on aggregate. Barcelona at the Wanda Metropolitano yesterday booked their place in the final, beating Atletico de Madrid 1-0, courtesy of Ferran Torres with an amazing goal, guys. It was an amazing performance from the players. 10 out of 10. The players were we absolutely dominated with so many good opportunities. Atletico Madrid were very underwhelming, had 0 shots on target throughout the game. They were extremely poor. Highlights basically are with Yamal, like De Jong and Koundé, and I would say even guys like Pedri definitely had a definite highlight. Some of the lowlights of the game, which were not a lot, were probably Balde. I think that we needed more from him in the fullback positions. We didn't see much of Fermin Lopez, and also Ferran Torres, despite scoring the goal, he wasn't exactly he wasn't exactly having the best of his games. But regardless of all of that, it was an amazing performance from the team. We did go to the Wanda Metropolitano and get the W, and it was a very, very important win for the club. As far as things are concerned, we now go forward and we play Real Madrid in the final. Basically, there was a lot of reactions that came out of it. Some of the players, some of the fans, the manager and the players had a lot to say. And we're going to get into what basically the manager had to say in the game. And basically, throughout the game, after the game, Hansi Flick did talk to the media during the post-match and the press conference after the game, and he had a lot to say about the performance from the players. Some of the highlights of basically what he said basically were, one of them was where he talked about the players, where he said, I'm proud of the team, they did a great job with the ball first in the first half and defended in the second half. He also talked about how it wasn't easy, in the past 3 days, the coaching staff, and him and the coaching staff, they had to manage with it, and they had to keep the players fresh, taking into account the progressive load of players. And basically what that basically entails is the amount of fixture pilot. Obviously, Barcelona, we did play on Thursday, and then we had to play on Sunday, and now we're back today on Wednesday, and then we'll be back on Saturday against Real Betis. But yeah, listen, at the end of the day, it was very impressive from the players today, and fair play to Hansi Flick for basically working with what we have. We don't really have a lot of choices with everything that's been going on, but I'm very, very happy in how so far the Barca team have been able to approach everything so far, with the fixture pile-up continuing to mount on us, and hopefully there is no injuries. We did ask him during the press conference. They basically asked him, when you signed for the club, did you ever think you would be in a situation come April? And basically the question, I guess, was about, do you think that the club would have been doing as well as they're doing now? And basically, he said, I always think positively. In every training session, you can tell that the team believes in the way we play, in what we can achieve, which is a very, very good thing. I think that the way that we've been performing in the past few weeks has definitely, shown it. This season, we are in all competitions. Like, when was the last time as Barca fans we can actually say we are in every single competition competing, right? We are top of the table. We're now in the Copa del Rey Final, and we're in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We are on our course for a treble as it currently stands. One of the players who spoke to the media was Frankie de Jong. He had a lot of things he said in the media, basically. He did talk about, how important it is for us reaching the final because we want to win the cup. He also talked about, the importance of, basically qualifying and giving them morale boost with everything that's been going on. I mean, reaching the final definitely does give them morale boost, being in a final now with a trophy in sight and, with everything else that's coming so far. It's going to be very, very interesting. We do have a lot of things that are coming up. He's basically also talked about his future a little bit, where he did say he's happy, to where the team is, and very, very happy with how we've been playing this season. And listen, fair play to Frankie de Jong. He was actually one of our best players. Without a shadow of a doubt, he balled out during this game, and he was playing well alongside another midfielder. This man right here, Pedri, had the game of his life, and he was also asked by the media, and basically one of the questions he was asked was, are you going for a big win against Real Madrid in the El Clasico? And basically he just said, he's hoping so, and basically he's just said, that's what they want, because obviously we've dominated them in the last two games. I don't think it's going to be as easy as that in the next game that we do play them. He was also asked about, the Ballon d'Or claims in the form that he's in, and he's basically, he did say it is a dream, but we just have to focus, on our game basically, and just make sure that, winning the trophies with the team, which is basically more important than anything else, which I do rate very, very highly. Basically, he did say that he's more interested in winning team titles than individuals, and I've already said, for me, he's definitely an outside shot for the Ballon d'Or. There's no doubt about it. He's an outside shot for the Ballon d'Or, and he's definitely proved that he deserves it. Like, he's played out of his skin. He's had an elite season by any standards. Still call him the best midfielder in the world for sure. But ladies and gentlemen, in the end, what this means is that in the Copa del Rey final, it will be Barcelona versus Real Madrid. Now, guys, we've played Real Madrid twice so far this season. We've scored 4 against them. We've scored 5 against them. So this is not going to be easy. You know that in that game they're going to want revenge. And it's ironic because the last time we actually played these guys in the Copa del Rey final was in 2013, 2014. And if any of you guys are too young to remember, I definitely am not. I remember that game like it was yesterday. Gareth Bale scored one of the best goals, against my club. Absolutely skinning Batra in that game. And in the end, basically being put on a poster. That is the highlight of that game. And, we haven't really lost a lot of cup games since. I think we have only lost, maybe one game since, one cup final since. But definitely that is on top of our memory. And that Real Madrid are definitely going to try to come for the victory against us with everything that's been happening, guys. And they're definitely going to want to go come in for it. And also, they are our closest title rivals. If anything happens in the league, this is definitely going to be important, this game, because I think this game is going to be played in and around when the season is about to end, or I think right after the season is about to end. I didn't actually check the schedule yet, but it's going to be very close. So, and also there's a potential we could play Madrid in the final. So it's going to be a very, very, very difficult game. I'm very excited. Don't get it twisted. I'm excited. I still believe that we can get the job done against them in the end. And we will beat them to the trophy and basically get our revenge for 2013-2014. Now, guys, now that we've talked about the positive, I think it's time for us to start to go to the negatives. Because obviously there's been a lot of things that have transpired in the past 48 hours. You guys have already seen my video on the channel yesterday where I talked about Barça being in trouble with Pau Victor and Dani Olmo's contracts here. They're basically their registrations in jeopardy because La Liga have found basically our finances, I guess what we apply when the form that we gave them in January 3rd for the documents for the VIP seat sales, voided. And as a result, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but it is said that it is in jeopardy. We're in jeopardy of losing Dani Olmo and Paul Victor for the rest of the season. Now, some news have come out recently as regards to that. Laporta has actually spoke to the media in the morning of the game, and he was very, very clear in the way he spoke. And from what I'm really hearing, it is very, very simple and straightforward. I'm going to quote everything he said. He basically talked about the game. He said, "Sometimes I feel like this isn't a coincidence. Today we have a crucial match against Atletico and suddenly controversy arises. This is yet another attempt." Basically, he did respond and basically said, listen, at the end of the day, he said that Barcelona did not do anything wrong, that he will fight through this. He's ready to go to war with La Liga. And listen, at this point, I do believe that we are at war with La Liga. It's that simple. And I even said it, man. Like, the fact that they brought this news at the time when we were supposed to be focusing on the semifinals, it's not a good thing. But I've said it before, man. This is not the news that you want to hear. And like I mentioned, it has not been confirmed yet. However, I can confirm one thing that's actually come out in the past few hours. Right? The CSD, which is basically the people who are in charge of like all of these stuff in Spain, they basically confirmed, or basically they have told Barcelona that they will extend Dani Olmo's registration until the end of the season. Now, at the end of the season, it's going to be a different story. But apparently, Dani Olmo's contract, his registration will be extended for that long. Now, that's probably the best news that we've heard from this whole situation, right? The fact that we don't have to worry about Dani Olmo potentially not playing again for the rest of the season, because I know he's currently injured, but he's only injured for the next 2.5 weeks. So he should be back. However, this is not a good news for us. It's not a good news for us. It's not a good news for the club. And I seriously hope that in the end, Laporta can deal with this problem. But the only thing I can say is this. I think at the end, this is Barça versus La Liga. It's that simple. I think we are actually now at war with La Liga, because this has been our season. There's clearly something going on between Laporta and Tebas. Tebas has had his eye on us all season. This is not me trying to basically victimize Barcelona or anything. This is just a fact. If anybody knows about Javier Tebas, he's a guy who's never stay out of the spotlight. And most of the time when he's on the spotlight, he's always talking about Barça. Even when we don't do anything, he's always talking about us. And we know that he's the guy who's spearheading everything that's been going on. And listen, at this point, I just think that it is a war between Barcelona and La Liga. And I'm at a point now where I'm like, everything that is happening with this salary cap, which doesn't help anyone in this league, I just think we have to get to a point where people are going to either start going on strike, or we could potentially see a war between Barcelona and La Liga. We could potentially see Barcelona leave this league. Like you've seen Real Madrid threaten to leave this league. I'm just telling you, all that needs to happen is to one of them to have one foot out the door, and basically the whole empire will crumble. Because these guys, they need Barca and La Liga. Do not get it twisted. They can be arrogant all they want. Barca and Madrid control this league. And if one of them leaves, that's basically the league screwed. So at the end of the day, they need to do what they need to do. And as far as this whole thing is concerned, like I mentioned, no full updates have come out today. Now, I'm saying that, but this is early in the morning here in the United States. So more news will probably come out as the day goes by. I will be keeping every single one of you guys posted as far as all of that is concerned. It's been a very, very good and bad 48 hours to say the least. Obviously, the bad news started with Barcelona's, basically salary pay cut and everything with that. But it ended in a good light with Real Madrid, with us playing Real Madrid in the final by beating Atletico yesterday in the semi-finals. Tell me what you guys think in the comments section below. Tell me what you guys think of the performance of the players. Tell me what you guys think of the performance in the semi-finals against Atletico de Madrid. Tell me what you guys think of the Laporta's response to La Liga, and basically what could this mean as far as the future of Barcelona in La Liga is concerned. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and like I always say whenever we end these streams, Visca el Barça, Visca el Catalonia, and peace, you guys. Take care.